Assalamu alaikum students. Let's continue our chapter. We are doing weather and climate, and today we'll start with the new topic, and that is the last topic of the chapter, monsoon and equatorial climate. Okay, before starting the new topic, let's recap the new topic. Let's recall the previous lesson which we started in previous week. We studied about the climatic zones, types of climatic zones, reasons for differences in climate. And if we see the types of climatic zones all over the world, we have three climatic zones: hot climate, moderate climate, and cold climate. And when we studied these all zones on the globe, we called it, or we named it as torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. Torrid zone located at the equator, temperate zone located at the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north, and frigid zone located at the North Pole and South Pole, that is the 66.5 degrees north. And when we studied about the reasons for differences in climate all over the world, we have three basic reasons: latitude, altitude, and distance from the sea. And we already studied all these reasons in detail in previous lesson, that how the latitude affects the change in climate all over the world, how the altitude affects the change in climate all over the world and different areas of the world, and distance from the sea, the areas which are located at the sea, how the climate fluctuates in different time period in these areas who are located at the distance from the sea. Start our today's topic, that is that both topics are the last topic of this chapter, monsoon climate and equatorial climate. So objectives of today's lesson are, and I hope so we achieve this lesson at the end of the topic: define monsoon, explain the characteristics of monsoon climate and reasons for the monsoon climate, describe the characteristics of equatorial climate and reasons for the equatorial climate, and the last one is the differentiate between the monsoon and equatorial climatic characteristics. Okay, let's start with the monsoon climate. First of all, we have to understand the word monsoon, from where it comes from. Monsoon is basically the Arabic word which means mawsam, seasons. As in Pakistan we have 4 seasons: summer, winter, autumn, and spring. So summer and winter season, the monsoon wind blows in opposite direction. If we recall the previous lesson, we have studied that wind moves from the area of high pressure to the area of low pressure, and in summers it moves from the area of high pressure to the area of low pressure. So we have two types of monsoons: southwest monsoons and northeast monsoons. The wind which brings rainfall in summers, we called it the southwest monsoons, and the wind which bring rainfall in winters, we called it the northeast monsoon. And if we study deeply, the summer rainfall is heavily associated with the heavy rainfall, and it happens between April and September. As in Pakistan, if we attach this topic with Pakistan, we have summer monsoon in mid of the July, and it ends at the first week of September. Monsoon type of climate, we have basically the different types of seasons. That seasons, like in Pakistan we have 4 seasons. So monsoon winds are seasonally reversed and driven by temperature and differences between the land and sea. They blow towards the heart of the continent and they blow towards the sea in winter. Southwest monsoon, that how the southwest monsoon brings rainfall in summers. Southwest monsoons are the giant sea breezes, okay, and that starts from sea to land, from the area of high pressure to the area of low pressure, and the air from land rises upwards and it changes into water vapors. Condensation takes place, and in the form of water droplets it came back to the earth's surface. Same is the case northeast monsoons. Northeast monsoon blow from the land towards the sea. Basically they blow from the land to sea, from the area of high pressure to the area of low pressure. Land is the high pressure area and sea is the low pressure area. Okay, during winter, high pressure created at the Tropic of Cancer, and winds blow from land to sea, not from sea to land, and which is the low pressure area. Basically these winds are dry and bring no change because they originate from the dry land area, so they don't bring a large amount of rainfall. And if we studied about the direction of wind or origination of the wind, monsoon wind, it blows from Bay of Bengal, and after crossing the Bangladesh, North India, it enters into Pakistan from the northern Punjab in July. What are the major characteristics of monsoon? The major characteristics of monsoon are three. There are three seasons. November and to Feb it's cool and dry. March and May it's hot and dry, and in June and October it's hot and wet. And throughout the year we have a fluctuation in the amount of rainfall. Monsoon and climate in Pakistan. I relate this topic with the monsoon climate in Pakistan because it's easy to understand the monsoon winds, that how the monsoon brings rainfall in Pakistan. So it comes from in early July and continue to September, and eastern part receive more rainfall. And in northern Punjab, while the secondary southern Punjab and Sindh, the highest rainfall during the monsoon season we have in Murray, 850 millimeters. Okay, before starting the equatorial climate, factors affecting the monsoon. The three factors which affect the monsoon are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind. Latitude is an angle which ranges from 0 degrees at the equator to 90 degrees. Altitude is the angular distance of a heavenly body above Earth's horizon. And pressure of the wind, most important part. Without the pressure of the wind, it's not possible to bring rainfall from one area to another area. Pressure is the amount of force exerted per unit of surface area. Basically, it always decreases vertically with the height and is exerted equally in all directions. Now let's start with the next topic, that is the equatorial climate. That what is the equatorial climate? It's basically the tropical rainforest. You already studied the tropical rainforest in sixth when you studied the chapter natural vegetation all over the world. So the areas which are located at the equatorial belt, we called it the equatorial climate. So you people already know about the equatorial climatic conditions, that what type of climatic conditions prevails in this region and what type of vegetation grows in that region. And according to the vegetation, you already studied the climatic conditions, that they required heavy rainfall, moderate temperature, they are evergreen, and we called it the tropical rainforest. It starts from the 5 degrees to 10 degrees north of the south, and the areas which covered the equatorial region is the Amazon, the Congo, Malaysia, the Eastern Indies, and it also influences the trade winds, that the ship moves easily from one continent to another continent, from one country to another country. And the other areas, because of altitude they cover, is the Cameron Highlands in Malaysia, Kenyan Highlands in East Africa. The map, the red highlighted areas shows the hot wet equatorial regions. This is the complete belt of the equatorial region. That how the equatorial region located. Characteristics of the equatorial region. There are no seasons. Temperatures vary very little throughout the year. The average daily temperature is 23 to 26 degrees Celsius. Rainfall is heavy throughout the year. Rainfall is convectional, occurring nearly every day. Okay, the main if we see the average daily temperature, at the daytime the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and at night it's 23 to 26 degrees Celsius. Vegetation of equatorial climate, they are evergreen. Rivers of the equatorial climate, the major rivers are the Amazon in South America, and they are obviously it visits by the different tourists who evergreen who want to visit the evergreen forest. Reasons for equatorial climate: angle of the sun, convectional currents, distance from the sun. That how the angle of the sun, as the equatorial climate located at the equator and it comes directly under the sun, so there is no change in season and they have direct sun rays all over the year, and there is not extremely high temperature, but it's the moderate temperature, and this is because the it rises the hot air, condenses and forms the clouds absorb some of the sun's energy, preventing all of it from reaching the earth. Convection currents, that how the convection currents are responsible for the change in reasons for the equatorial climate, that is the cooling due to convection currents which form the clouds continues during the day, causing rainfall yearly and every day. And then the last part is how the constant high temperature and frequent convectional rainfall Basically, the frequent convectional rainfall is responsible for the seasons during the year. Okay, that is the end of the lesson. And if we recap the lesson, all the lesson that what we have studied in weather and climate, we studied about the effects of weather on people life, the factors affecting the weather, the measurement of elements of weather, weather forecast and cyclones, the reasons for differences in climate, and the last one is the monsoon and equatorial type of climate. An assignment is attached with your folder, and you have a worksheet of all complete chapter, and you have to solve it on your notebooks and paste that worksheet on your notebooks. And secondly, I also attach few links to understand the differentiation between the monsoon climate and equatorial climate.